the architect of empires and the secret of brahmacharya. Hello, and welcome to a deep dive into history, power, and esoteric strategy. Today, we unravel the secret behind one of the greatest political masterminds the world has ever known, Chanakya, also known as Kautilya or Vishnugupta. He was not a king, a warrior, or an emperor. Yet he was the silent architect who dismantled the powerful Nanda dynasty and installed the young unknown, forging the vast Mauryan Empire, the largest empire in ancient India had ever seen. Chanakya's victory was not achieved through brute force or luck. It was a triumph of unrelenting focus, strategic patience, and supreme mental mastery. While his political treatise, the Arthashastra, lays out the tactical roadmap for statecraft, diplomacy, and warfare, his personal life reveals a deeper, often overlooked truth about the source of his genius: his adherence to the principle of retention, or brahmacharya. In the context of Chanakya, retention was not a religious vow of celibacy, but a rigorous disciplined practice of energy conservation and transmutation. It was the philosophical and practical foundation that allowed him to harness his entire life force, directing it with laser precision toward his singular, lifelong goal: the unity and stability of Bharatvarsha. His retention was the silent weapon that gave him the mental resilience to face assassination attempts, political betrayals, and decades of relentless strategic plotting, ultimately delivering victory where others would have long since been defeated by exhaustion and distraction. The foundations of Chanakya's energetic discipline for a political strategist operating in a world of constant intrigue, betrayal, and high-stakes maneuvering. Energetic stability is paramount. Chanakya understood that the mind is the ultimate battleground, and a scattered mind leads to scattered strategy. The philosophical tradition of brahmacharya, which Chanakya practiced, translates literally as conduct leading to Brahman, ultimate truth, and practically, it encompasses the control and conservation of all senses, including sexual energy. Chanakya recognized that sexual energy, virya or life essence, is the most potent and creative energy available to the human being. He viewed its indiscriminate expenditure as a profound waste of the fuel needed for high-level intellectual performance. By rigorously practicing retention, he achieved several crucial energetic advantages. Firstly, he sustained unrivaled mental clarity. The conserved vital energy was believed to nourish the brain, ensuring his cognitive functions, memory, analysis, forecasting, and problem-solving were always operating at peak performance. His decision-making was never clouded by emotional fatigue or the erratic pull of base desires. Secondly, he fostered unbreakable patience and persistence. The energy that fuels impulse and fleeting desire was transmuted into the quiet, potent fire of long-term strategic vision. It enabled him to wait years for the perfect opportunity, a trait essential for dismantling an established empire from the shadows. Chanakya's retention, therefore, was not ascetic self-denial, but strategic self-investment, ensuring his inner reservoir of power was always full and ready for the demands of empire. The practical strategy: transmutation into Dharma and Artha. Chanakya, as practical success, was a direct result of his ability to transmute his conserved energy into the realm of Dharma, righteous conduct, and Artha, material prosperity and statecraft. The conserved vital energy became the fuel for his creative output, most famously resulting in the Arthashastra itself, a detailed, comprehensive manual on governing. This monumental work, which covers everything from espionage and tax law to fortress construction and diplomatic alliances, requires an intensity of focus and breadth of vision that only an undepleted mind could sustain. This transmutation was key to his political victory. While most men spend a significant portion of their mental energy navigating the pursuit of pleasure, Chanakya was able to redirect that same powerful focus entirely toward his political dharma, the installation of a just and unified empire. His ability to devise complex, multi-layered plans, such as the elaborate campaign against the Nanda capital of Patliputra, demanded not just intelligence, but the sustained, high-frequency energy derived from conservation. He literally channeled his life force into the creation of a new political reality. This transmutation is the winning route, the ability to convert primal desire into disciplined, intellectual power. The resilience against political chaos the world Chanakya navigated was a viper's nest of political intrigue. The life of a strategist, especially one aiming to overthrow a dynasty, is fraught with constant danger, betrayal, and demoralization. It is here that Chanakya's energetic discipline proved its ultimate worth: unshakable resilience. The conserved Jing provided a profound level of emotional stability and nervous system strength, while his enemies were driven by greed, fear, and impulsive rage. All states resulting from energetic volatility. Chanakya maintained a state of cold, calculated calm. The most famous anecdotal account relates to his early failures. Initially, Chanakya and Chandragupta attempted a direct assault on the Nanda capital, which ended in devastating defeat. The conventional depleted man would have succumbed to despair and abandoned the mission. Chanakya, however, simply retreated. His reservoir of conserved energy prevented the emotional shock from collapsing his will. He didn't waste time on self-pity or anger. Instead, he used his clear mind to reevaluate and strategize. The story of the woman teaching her son not to burn his hands by eating the porridge from the center first served as the crucial external metaphor, but it was Chanakya's internal discipline, his ability to remain emotionally unattached to the outcome, and intellectually focused on the process that allowed him to absorb the defeat. Restructure his strategy to attack the borders first, and begin the long, arduous process of building his army from the periphery. The projection of sovereign authority, the consistent practice of retention, not only shaped Chanakya's inner world, but fundamentally changed his outward projection of authority. In his personal narrative, he is often described as fiercely intelligent, but physically ascetic, simple, unadorned man of immense power. This power was not based on physical size or lavish display, but on his sovereign presence. The undepleted man naturally commands respect. Chanakya's direct, unwavering gaze, his deliberate speech, and his profound air of self-containment communicated an authority that transcended mere political rank. This is the alpha presence that stems from inner integrity and energetic completeness. In diplomatic negotiations or while commanding generals, this presence was invaluable. It signaled that his focus was total, his resources were boundless, and his mind was unclouded. When a leader's energy is conserved, it is felt by everyone around them as a deep well of reliability and formidable competence. His disciple, Chandragupta, was naturally drawn to this immense, consistent energy, recognizing it as the indispensable source of the strategist's power. Chanakya's mere presence inspired confidence in his allies and struck fear into the hearts of his enemies, serving as a powerful, nonverbal tool of statecraft. Chanakya's legacy, the blueprint for undepleted leadership. The legacy of Chanakya and the Mauryan Empire offers a powerful, historical blueprint for the undepleted man. His winning route was a synthesis of external statecraft and internal mastery. The Arthashastra provides the how-to guide for political success, but the practice of brahmacharya provided the energetic capacity required to execute the strategy. His life demonstrates that true, sustained power is not acquired. It is cultivated by the conscious conservation and transmutation of one's vital energy. For the modern man, Chanakya's example is a stark challenge to the culture of energetic waste. It teaches us that our most precious resource is our life force, and every choice to indulge or to transmute is a strategic political decision in the building of our own personal empire. By adopting this principle of retention, we can develop the same mental clarity, strategic patience, emotional resilience, and sovereign presence that allowed an impoverished scholar to become the most influential figure in ancient Indian history. Chanakya's victory was the result of a single, lifelong commitment to never allow his essential fire to be depleted. This is the ultimate lesson of the Mauryan architect. Harness your deepest energy, focus it with unwavering will, and your life will become a masterpiece of conscious creation. Before we conclude, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and not forget to drop your location in the comments. I love to know where you are watching from. And if you ever have any questions, join our Telegram channel where we interact directly and help each other grow. The link is in the description. PL's comment on which topic you need a video series. Your suggestions welcome to motivate us. Next video coming soon, Winning Secret, Chandragupta Maurya.